Hey my friends, Travis Reagan here, Product Director with Empower. Hope you're doing awesome and welcome to this video. In this video, we're going to cover an overview of your Kalatu membership and kind of navigate through some of the primary areas of your blog. So let's just jump right into it. I'm in a test account in the back office, in the Empower Network back office, or the dashboard. Now you might be a new member watching this, and this could be your first video. First off, welcome. And you might be an existing member, and this is just kind of your first time watching the walkthrough video to the blog. Let's jump into it together and get right to it. So I'm going to click Login and Start Blogging. Now please note this could look a little bit different for you depending on where you're logging in from, or if you're first setting up your Kalatu blog. I'm going to go into the blog this way, but we're also going to walk through setting up a brand new blog very quickly so you can see kind of what that looks like, as well as attaching some of your social media profiles and more. So I'm going to click Login here. And once I've done that, it's going to take me to my Kalatu dashboard. Now, I already have a blog set up in this test account, so we're just going to set up a new one very quickly and kind of go over some of that. So first off, what I want to give you an idea of is this is your Kalatu dashboard. Now you might see newsfeed updates over here or a video update. This is probably where you're watching this video now, as well as a Kalatu Premium calendar. Now this Kalatu Premium calendar is an overview of what the premium features include and when they're going to be released, as well as sometimes updates for what's coming in the Kalatu Basic area as well. So let's just jump right into creating a brand new blog. I'm going to go to My Blogs. I'm going to go to Create a New Blog. I'm going to create it on the base domain buildingabrandonline.com. Let's call it Brand New Blog, and we're blogging for results. There we go. Create a brand new blog like that. Now please note that you get 3 blogs as a Kalatu Basic member, and if you're, let's go ahead and choose a better name. Looks like that one's taken. Let's do this, and we'll do blogging for freedom. Look at that. All right, now I'm going to click Create New Blog. Now, please note you do get 3 blogs as a Kalatu Basic member. As a Premium member, you get the ability to have up to 10 blogs. So now it's creating this brand new blog, successfully created. It's going to open in a new window. I'm just going to actually refresh and go to log in here. Now when you have multiple blogs, you can log into either of them by going to the My Blogs area, or deleting any of them by clicking the delete button, which will be here for you soon. So let's jump right into this. Click and log into my brand new blog. Now when I go to log into my brand new blog, this could be the page that you're seeing instead of the dashboard area. You might be setting up a brand new blog. First off, this is step 1. This is where you're going to automatically connect some of your social profiles by just clicking either one of these buttons, and it's going to link to your profile or allow you to log in. Now you don't have to do that, and you can always do it later by just clicking skip this step. I'm going to do that now, but I definitely recommend setting that up, because when you make posts or when you set up certain parts of your blog, you're going to be able to really synchronize and syndicate a lot of your content by automatically posting it to the social media platforms. So this is once again setting up my blog title, my blog tagline. Let's go. Blogging for Freedom will be my blog title, and this is where I create awesome results with my blog. There we go. Put in a cool tagline, little save and continue action, and then click Start Blogging. Now you're going to see the dashboard that we were at before, except up here in the top I've got my new blog, and I can also go back to my old blog, which is actually just called Title. So again, we're on the dashboard, and let's go one by one through each of these very quickly so we can kind of get an idea of what they're going to do and how they're going to affect your blog. Now the first thing I want to iterate is down here in the right hand corner, you're going to see a little blue button that says click here for help. At any time do you have any questions, you can always enter them here, and they're going to automatically propagate with an answer. So if I wanted to put how do I create a post, alright, right here you can see that there are a few different things related to that question. I'm going to click the first one, and automatically I have an answer that's fully stocked with images, as well as some of the best information that we've found based on the questions of the community. Now you can always contact support by just clicking no, I want to contact support, or on the main area you can contact support without asking the question in the automated system as well. So there are many ways to get help just through that blue little button, and you can always send us questions, or if you have any issues, hit us up at support@empowernetwork.com and we'll get back to you straight away. So let's go ahead and navigate through some of the areas. Now the first thing up here is you can navigate between your sites very quickly by clicking on dashboard for each of these. You can visit what your site looks like. Now this is a default blog. I'm just on, I believe it's theme 2 or theme 1 here. So that's what my site's going to look like in real time. This is where I can quickly access any comments that have been made on my blog. And then the new area is a very quick access point for making a bunch of new things. So I can make a new post, new media upload, a new page, a new lightbox, and add a user. So what I'm going to do is go through each of these very quickly. Update password is as it says. This is a very quick area. You can update the password. You're only going to see that when you're actually in the dashboard tab. Otherwise, it's going to vanish and show your regular menu. It's actually a sub-tab of dashboard there. So going over to my blogs, this is where you can create a new blog on any one of the 4 existing domains. Now note that you can map any domain you have to one of your blogs. We'll talk about that down in domain mapping. So we've gone through this area. Let's jump over to the 21-day blogging challenge plugin. Now this is a plugin, and let's look at a little bit of terminology really quickly. Our plugins are major add-ons to the blog that do something really, really awesome for your blog. For instance, this 21-day blogging challenge plugin will basically write your posts for you, and it's also a gateway into the 21-day blogging challenge system. Let me go ahead and close this out here. So the 21-day blogging challenge is basically a promotion that runs every single month, and that's for all the Empower members. You don't actually even have to be inside of Empower to partake in it, and it's a really, really cool contest that's done just every single month. This is a very easy way to interact into that, as well as earning some cool achievements here and basically automatically writing blog posts. Really, you could just click create a new post and you'll basically have to fill out, I don't know, 5-10 fields, and the whole post will be written for you, organized for you, and it does that every single day, and you can get brand new headlines. It's a very, very cool plugin. Some of the other plugins are here in the plugins area, as well as on the left-hand side. So let's go down into the plugins area. Plugins and applications is going to include some of your main base plugins as well as some of the premium plugins. Now please note, if you're seeing these in color, these premium plugins over here, or if you see 7-minute blog hacks on the left-hand side, you're probably going to want to go to the second video on your dashboard. If you go back to your dashboard, you're going to see a second video there, and that is going to be a global overview for Kalatu Premium. And that's going to talk a little bit more about some of these plugins as well as utilizing the 7-minute blog hacks and some of the other things that you have access to. But this is just the base one. Now let's jump right back into this. Let's focus on these 5 here. The domain mapping area is the same as this tab down here. You can add a domain to your blog and map any custom domain that you have. This is really beneficial for setting your own search engine results under a certain domain, as well as adding like Pinterest header code, and there's a lot of benefits to obviously adding a domain. But do note that the domains that you're already using, like buildingabrandonline.com, is an age domain, and what that means is you're going to get a little bit of SEO juice on it because it already has some results. Talking about these next ones, Linkify is another really cool plugin that you can do a lot of really cool things with links in. Just like the 21-day blogging challenge plugins, these are going to affect your blog in big ways. For instance, Lightbox, you can create a custom pop-up that either works on exit or it works after a certain set amount of time. You can set it to work on certain posts, on certain pages, or your entire site. It's a very, very cool plugin. The plugins are going to do some really, really cool things for your blog. Then you also have widgets, and we'll talk about widgets when we get down to this tab here. So analytics and code, this is where you can add some Google header code as well as some Pinterest verification code. Right here, Google Analytics, Pinterest, and as well as just custom header code for certain tie-ins or API or plugins or code that you already have that you can add to your blog can be added there. Your social media card is what we were looking at when we first set up the blog. That's where you can add any one of your social outlets again right here, just like when we first set up the blog. Now going to posts, posts is probably what you're going to use the most. Now this is where you can add a new post. Right here, 10 personal development quotes that motivate you. If I go to my site again, let's go ahead and look at that. That's where you're going to see this post here. Now normally the post can look a lot cooler if you add an image or a video. You're going to see an example of what that looks like, a preview image here, and it just looks really good in your blog. But this is where you can copy, paste, edit, quick edit some of your posts, create a new post. And it's very easy to create a new post. And I will also tell you that when you get in here and edit a new post, it's pretty cut and clear. If you enter your title, it's going to create a link for you. If you enter your information here, that's going to be your post body. And you can see that a lot of the stuff has already been written here for you. You can change the language, add a custom author, and we'll talk about authors when we get down to widgets and theme settings. Publish the post, you got categories, you can select your call to action. Your preset call to actions are part of the 21-day blogging challenge plugin, and we'll talk to that in just a second. All your SEO settings are here for you, blog excerpts, everything is pretty cut and clear. You can fill out as much of this or as little of this as you'd like. You can literally just come in here and put your post title in, your body content, and post it without even setting up some of this. I would say set up your SEO settings because that's really where you're going to get to add your keywords, add your title, your description for when it's shared on social media. Right here you can set up your Facebook shares, exactly how it's going to look on Facebook. So there's a lot that goes into creating your post. It's really as simple or as complex as you make it, and it's going to benefit you depending on how you set that up. So jumping over to comments, comments is the same thing as this tab right up here. When somebody makes a comment on any one of your posts, on any one of your pages, you're going to be able to see that in the comments area, and that's going to display how they came in. It's also going to automatically detect if it's spam, if it's just somebody that's using like a bot program or some auto poster or auto commenter that's going to be wasting your time. So always check your spam, and in case it catches something that's not spam, you can literally click it and move it right back to the all area or the pending and then approve it. Let's jump into widgets. Now, widgets and plugins are very different. Plugin is pretty much, I would kind of look at a plugin as a very all-encompassing tool that does many different things. Your widget has a specific action that you can use to add onto the blog, usually on the banner page, on the banner on the right side of the page. So we'll show you what a widget looks like when we get into theme settings and themes. Now I'm going to jump to themes first so that we can change our theme from what it was, from what you saw, to a different theme with a banner on the right-hand side of the page. The reason I'm going to do that is so we can kind of look at what that's going to look like. So I'm going to click Activate on Theme 1. Now if you note here, there are a lot of themes to use. And if you're a premium member, you're going to see a premium category for the premium themes as well. So Theme 1 is currently active. I've just changed it by clicking Activate on the bottom of the area. Now I'm going to click Visit Site and see what that looks like in comparison to my last one. So this is the old, this is the new. Now I can change this image, add any new pages, change the title, and let's jump into how to do that very quickly. Jumping over to theme settings, this is going to give me a live preview of what my theme looks like. Now if I click any one of these areas, I can actually just change all of the features of what you're seeing live. So I'm going to click blogging for freedom. Just enter that there. You should see the title up there change, which it did. Now actually, that looks pretty cool. I'm going to keep that there. You can change the logo color, the nav bar color. You can edit a ton of options in here. You can change your favicon. The favicon is the little icon that shows in your browser on your bar. There's a lot of things you can change. Let's go ahead and look at this right side banner here and talk about widgets very quickly. Widgets, like we just were looking at, can be added from different areas. Now I can click Add a Widget here, or I can go back to the Widgets section and add one there. What I'm going to do is add a widget here. You can see that it has my list of widgets. Excuse me. I'm going to add the text widget. Now I'm going to drag to reorder the text widget to the top. That way it's going to put it right above recent posts. Now I'm going to put a text widget here and put Hello World. Now I will say, and the reason I'm typing what kind of looks like a little bit of code, very basic code mind you, here is my text widget, is to kind of show that the widgets in most areas of the blog do support code. Now if you look here, it's updated that. That should vanish in just a second because I finished my line of code. It was doing a live preview. So my widget is in bold, it's centered, it's got all of the stuff that I put in it. I could put images in here, I could put any kind of custom code in here. The text widget is actually a powerful little widget, and it can do a lot. on the side of your blog. Now, you can reorder any of these by dragging them. You can take them off by just coming down here and clicking remove. Uh, a ton of things. A ton of things you can do with the widgets. I can add an entire YouTube channel or just a single YouTube video if I wanted to. So it's a really cool way to add that. Now, you can also edit your banners. Your banners are very important. They can link to anywhere. Just come over here to your banner ad settings. You can choose which banner you want, and you can basically edit the entire banner. If I wanted to edit my footer banner, you come down here, it tells me the size of my image. I could change my image and the URL of where that goes. So right now, if somebody was to click that on my blog, it's going to take them to the Truth or Hype funnel, and it's already put in my affiliate ID for Empower, so I'm going to get credit for anything that's clicked on that. But if I wanted to change that, it would be as simple as just retyping in a URL here, clicking Save and Publish. Once that's saved and published, you can see it's going to say saved up here. This is really important, guys. You'll want to make sure that you click save. That's an important step to making sure everything's set up. If I refresh my page, come down here to my banner, if I click it, it's going to take me to good old Google, the exact URL that I put it. So you can optimize and update just about every part of your blog, as well as what your blog looks like and the pages from this area. Let's get out of there for a second and come right back to the blog, the main dashboard, and go through some of the other options. All right, so we covered theme settings, so let's go down to pages. Now, pages are what you were seeing at the top here. They're like this, for instance. This contact me area, this is a page that's been set up. And I've added the contact me. It's actually automatically created this for me. It's going to be sent to the, if anybody fills this out, it's going to be sent to the email that I have on file in the global settings area, and we'll talk about that in just a second. But you can set up any one of these pages via the pages area. You can add a new page here and customize what that page looks like. And it's kind of just like a blog post, but you can edit about every area of what that looks like. Now, those pages are going to play into your menus. Now, in your menus area, this is where you can set up your different menus. Now, you've got your header menu and your footer menu. If you go to your blog, you can see here, this is going to be your header menu at the top. This is going to be your footer menu down here. Now, if you change any of the names of the pages by just clicking on one of these drop-down boxes, you can change where it goes, you can change how it looks, and any of the pages can be added in here by just clicking over here and clicking Add to Menu, and then you can drag to reorder it. You can actually drag these to be sub-pages as well. So I could click sub-items here. This would be a drop-down of home. This would be a drop-down of my 21-day blogging challenge page. By clicking those, you can just drag and drop how they look. And once you're done, click Save Menu, and your blog is going to reflect those changes. And you can also change your footer menu, which has a lot of the links, but these are preset. Now, if you're an affiliate, you're probably going to want to keep these down here because your earnings disclaimer, terms of service, privacy policy, and RSS are pretty important. At least 3 or 4 of those are very important if you're promoting any of the products or promoting any of the offers. So let's jump into media. Now, media is a very cool area. This is like a personal library. This has a 5 megabyte upload, but you can store any number of pictures in here, any number of videos under 5 megabytes. By just clicking library, you can add a new one. You kind of have some presets in here, and you can also search for those by the kinds or by the dates that they're put in, change the view. But it's very, very cool. You can just click this, and it's going to, actually what's really cool about this is when you do upload something, you're going to be able to change the alt text of it. You're going to be able to put some SEO stuff in there, as well as a caption, as well as some descriptions. So you're basically going to be presetting a lot of the really important stuff every time you upload an image. You can change a lot of that stuff. So this is a cool little library here. Now, if you're a Kalatu Premium member, you have our Kalatu Premium Media hosting, where you can upload any number of videos, audios of any size, and those are there for you, and they'll give you URLs as well. So let's jump into global settings. Now, global settings is where you can change a lot of really cool stuff. The global settings area has a ton of information about your blog as well as your email. Now, the global settings area has a ton of information as well as your site description, title, which can be changed at any time, your front page settings, your moderation settings, just about anything that you want to change about your blog as well as a backup that you can back up your blog in an XML format. So this is a cool area. You can always add your email if you wanted to change your email address that's on file of where you're getting automatic updates like comment updates or emails from the system. You can also change your settings so anytime somebody does make a comment, you can get an email, or anytime a comment's held for moderation or there's a comment that's been approved, you can just change all of that here. Jumping into SEO settings. SEO settings is an important tab. This is where you can manipulate a lot of the SEO details about your blog as well as some of the Facebook defaults. So you can change a lot of the default settings for your posts here as well as just posting general content. This is what you're going to be seeing and what you're going to want to update. Now the SEO settings for your site is an important area to update. You're going to want to make sure that you write a good SEO description in here as well as some keywords that focus on what you're going to be talking about in your blog. You want to make sure these are relevant to what you're going to be posting about and relevant to your main blog topic. Now the tutorials area, this is a great section that has tons of tutorials on everything that you'll be able to get your hands on inside of Kalatu. If you're looking to use the 21-day blogging challenge, there are tutorial videos in here on that. If you're wanting to know about any of the features, these feature tutorials are basically your best friend on how to set up a Lightbox, how to use media hosting, how to use the author box, commenting, just everything you need to know. So I would definitely recommend that you hop in here and check out some of these tutorials because they're going to be your best friend on getting started in some of the main areas. Lastly, let's talk about domain mapping. Now the domain mapping area is where you can map your domain and set up just about anything for each one of your blogs. This is a cool tool. All you have to do is come down here and click for the domain mapping tutorial videos. You can go through any domain host, and if you have any questions, you can always reach out to support@empowernetwork.com. But these are the three that we're seeing used most, so we created some domain tutorials for these. A lot of people use GoDaddy. Just follow this 6-minute video, and you'll be able to set up your domain in no time. So guys, that is a global overview of the Kalatu basic inside area. Without getting too specific, for more specific details, check out the feature tutorials because that'll walk you through using the 21-day blogging challenge. That'll walk you through how to find your premium features as well as setting up Lightbox using Linkify. Some really, really cool feature tutorials are in there that will get you started straight away. So thanks so much, appreciate you, and if you have any questions, please let us know. Otherwise, you can always reach us at support@empowernetwork.com. Here's to your success.